Am I the asshole? I swept a racist disabled person in the bus. Hello, as the title says, I kicked a disabled person's cane. Every morning I take the bus, and sometimes I cross paths with some really weird characters. One of them regularly. It's a guy in his 40s who walks with a cane and has trouble getting around. I've already seen him walk without it, but he needs it to stay stable. I've been seeing him do, or say horrible things for at least 8 months now, especially to women like, "Give me your seat, bitch. Can't you see, I have a cane when the lady is at least 80 years old," or then the N-words, "They're at the back of the bus. Get out of there." I was pretty appalled by the fact that nobody reacted just because he has a cane and looks disabled. Until now, I never really paid attention. I figured maybe he had a mental disability too, except that on top of being racist, he also gives very insistent and weird stares to young girls. I've already seen some complain to the conductor about his behavior, but apparently they didn't dare do much either. So yesterday morning, I was in a bad mood. And I ran into this guy again who said something horrible to someone who had a young child who was crying a bit. "Shut him up, or I'll give him bleach." You probably recognize the morbid reference to that little girl who died in daycare the same way. So once I got to my stop before getting off the bus, I kicked his cane and bumped him a bit in a way that wouldn't make it too obvious that I did it on purpose to make him fall on his face. Since there were people around, he didn't see it was me. And he fell on someone's feet who kind of cushioned his fall, but he still broke his glasses. So I wanted to know what you would have done in my place. I'm sure that bumping into a disabled person isn't morally acceptable, but honestly, it seemed justified to me. And if I had to do it again, I don't know if I would edit. This morning, I went to get bread, and guess who I run into? The racist disabled guy, except this time, he did it again. I didn't hear it. Well, but it must have been particularly violent given the guy's reaction. The man in question stood up, built like a moving company guy, also in his 40s, and punched him really hard in the nose, and beat him on the ground, kicks, spitting, etc. I was pretty shocked, and I saw myself doing pretty much the same thing with my gesture from last time. I became aware of the trouble I could have gotten into. The guy was taken away by police, and the racist looked almost unconscious. I'm almost starting to have some empathy for this guy, because nobody deserves to be beaten that hard.